Hello, friends. Welcome today in my business live stream. And wherever you are, whichever social media you're watching me from, you can actually post your startup or business related questions in this live stream. And I will actually take up those questions and try to give you solutions from my experience and whatever is possible. And probably we can also have a discussion. And since this live stream starts at every day 3 o'clock, I am live, and I also bring some information which may be very helpful for you to decide the next course of action for your own career improvement as well as your business. So today I would like to pick your brains on something which you might have heard, and I would like to have an open discussion around it. And this is about the blockchain. A lot of discussion is going on around blockchain, and I would like to clarify your doubts about the blockchain. Now, what is the blockchain? Why blockchain is becoming so popular? Well, blockchain requires, as the name suggests, that the data is actually broken down into small blocks. And then instead of storing the entire data into a large server, the data is actually validated by small computers and stored in small chunks. The blockchain actually, because in the heart of the computer system everything is data, and once the data is stored, it is actually broken down. Instead of storing data at one location, you can store the data, break it down into small chunks of pieces, and store that data into multiple locations. And when you do that, then the blockchain basically enables that the data which is linked are interdependent. So that brings a lot of security into the system, and because of this, it is very difficult to hack into a blockchain. So this is nutshell the how the blockchain system works. When you're storing your file, it will not be stored at one location, it will be stored in multiple locations, but all these locations will be interconnected. So if somebody is trying to get hold of your data, they will have to hack multiple systems to get hold of your data. So that is why blockchain is very secure. Now, the inherent advantages of maintaining everything in blockchain has been seen by a lot of intellectual gurus and even the financial expert, and that is why the biggest deployment of blockchain has happened in the financial industry, financial services industries like bank, insurance, etc. And because of this thing, lot of applications which runs, especially when it comes to finance and internet, because your applications are most uh, uh, you know um, prone to hacker attacks when they are exposed to internet. Very easy for hackers to hack into your database, but then the business have to build in those security, and that is why for the web-based application, banks have already started using, actually many years back they started using blockchain technology for their web-based applications. And now as the world is moving towards web-enabled applications, everything is now web enabled, and there is nothing where you need to go to a branch or anything like that, or any office. Even the governments of any country are reaching out to their citizens using mobile phones, etc. So making it very easy for the people to start consuming the IT systems. At the same time, accessibility, making it simpler and providing far-reaching impact. But then if you do all that, how do you ensure that security is maintained? So most of the e-governance applications are also running on blockchain. And the diagram that I'm showing here is a very basic, simple representation of how data is broken down into smaller pieces and then secured separately. And if somebody wants to retrieve data about certain things, they have to get hold of the entire chain to make any sense of the data. So that is why blockchain is very difficult to hack into. And based on this blockchain, people were imagining that they should be moving away from the current system, governed system of economy, etc. So some smart guys decided to even launch the currency using the blockchain, and that is why the cryptocurrency was launched. The very nature of the cryptocurrency is that it does not like any governance. It manages itself. You don't need an account. It directly linked to your Google ID, etc., your email ID, etc. So everything is now moving towards this kind of technology, even crypto. Well, crypto as a technology is very, very secure, but the financial gurus don't like it simply because it is very unpredictable in terms of driving or migrating their economy from current currency based to cryptocurrency. And that is why it is actually delaying the process. Eventually, it will happen one day. The crypto will be launched, and there will be only one currency in the world, and there will be separate currency for Mars maybe. So all that is going to happen sometime in future, and all that will be run on the blockchain technology. In addition, there are other applications which are also waiting to happen, and those changes before the crypto, the change will happen because of blockchain, and that is migration of the entire internet on the blockchain. So the entire internet will migrate to blockchain. That means you log into internet rather than logging into your Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Outlook or Facebook. You log into internet, and since it is completely secure, there is no centralization of data, and the data will be broken down into small pieces and stored. So when you log into internet with your name, you will then there is no need for additional passwords. You will get access to Facebook, you will get access to your gaming, you will get access to your e-commerce, your banking, etc. So this is where the world is moving, and that is why blockchain technology is very, very powerful. Fundamental of the blockchain are very secure, and because of this these things are very popular. And since we are talking about blockchain, lot of anticipation is there that the blockchain will drive the entire internet, and once that happens, then the content creators will become the really powerful people, because they will produce original content, and copywriting the content or copying somebody else's content will be very, very difficult in the next version of web. The next version of web is called web 3.0. So this web 3.0 may become a reality very soon, much before the global acceptance of the cryptocurrency, since blockchain is a proven, tested, tried technology, and the world is moving towards the entire world is moving towards the blockchain. And gradually all the systems that we use today are gradually getting converted into the blockchain based systems. As per an estimate, nearly 56% of the applications globally are now running using blockchain. So isn't it, friends? I mean, if you are into business, you may get inspired by these this program of mine, either to start getting involved into development of blockchain applications, or basically start adapting the blockchain technology. So I have a couple of viewers also, and Chandrasen is asking, is there any type of blockchain and how will it impact us regular people? Of course, there is not many type of blockchain. Blockchain itself is only one type, Chandrasen, and it will impact everyone. It will impact each and everyone, because even if there is a farmer who wants to dust his crop, he can use the blockchain application and use the mobile phone to ask for drones to dust his field. So it is not only people who are sitting in their offices. Everyone will start using the next version of internet, which is now called web 3.0, which will be entirely built and operated using the blockchain. And once that happens, the monopoly business will completely shatter, because right now the monopoly businesses are driving the world, including banks and governments. Google, Microsoft, all of this will be thing of the past, and people will get really empowered by adopting Web 3.0. Probably that is the reason that it is taking time, because technology is ready for last almost a decade. Blockchain came into the world in 2008 in a commercial way, and we are still waiting for the next version of internet, which can happen provided everybody agrees. Now I have one more viewer, Fatima Rajput. She's saying hello Fatima. If you have any questions on business, feel free to shoot on this subject especially, or any other question that you have related to business. I will be more than happy to answer your question. I have another question from Chandrasen. He's asking, Web 3.0 affects developers. Well, Web 3.0 will not affect developers. In fact, it will create a lot of opportunities for developers when it comes to creating applications. The only difference will be that the type of applications developers will be working on will be entirely different, and the data store will eventually happen, and especially 5G is also there. So unlike today, where there is a something called batch process, that means when you run your application, it will collect the data, it will store it, then further retrieve it, and then process it, and so on. So all that will be the thing of the past. And in the blockchain, once the data is stored, it will be there will be no need for storing the data, because a lot of data processing will happen in the internet, and eventually the final results will need to be stored. So processing will be a lot different than the application that we are using right now. So therefore the developers will have to learn new skills, probably new parameters on the logic, and that is how it is going to change their work. All right, so enough of blockchain. Any questions on blockchain? I will return on this, but let me move on to the next important item, which is the investment. All right, so we know that because of COVID and the post-pandemic and the war, there are a lot of issues which are affecting the world today. There is a move away from being globalization to localization. So a whole lot of change in the business scenarios are also happening very rapidly when it comes to even automobile sector, petroleum, hospitality, etc. They are slowly but very rapidly losing shine, because there is a new new avenues which are opening up. People are now using the internet to communicate with each other without having to travel from one place to other for business, etc. They find it very useful. So all of these changes are happening, and because of that, the whole business scenario is under a lot of flux. On top of it, there are confusions between countries. They are starting wars. There are a lot of things happening between the countries, and pandemic is still not gone. There are countries who are still fighting with pandemic. So world is getting into a recession, and now as a investor, you would like to make money. 10 years back, things were so calm. You could plan your investment. You could say that, okay, fine, I have so much of money, I will invest in mutual funds, or I will invest in stock, or I will invest in land, etc. But all of these investments are becoming very, very risky. Markets are fluctuating very rapidly. One day they are up, other day they are down, and most of the time they are down. So how do you predict a proper investment which will, for a common man, if you are an investor, a seasoned investor, then you know that, okay, this is a time to buy, because eventually after 10 years they are going to jump back again, and then you will make millions. But for a common man, where they put their money, because common man usually put their money in mutual funds or land, or the last one was gold. And today, that is what I wanted to draw your attention. So gold is going to become one of the most sought after investment in 2023. Why? Because all other investment avenues are drying up and becoming very, very unpredictable. So even if you buy some sort of a mutual fund or invest in some some product, financial product or land, you are never sure that your investment is going to give you return that you expect. Because I know for sure that the land prices have not gone up in last 10 years in certain places. So imagine, people have invested millions of dollars in land, thinking that the land price will shoot up by the rate of 10%, 20% every year, but it is stagnant for last 10 years. That means it's a sunk investment. If your investment has not grown in last a decade, not even by a single dollar or single dime, then it is not a good investment. So therefore, next year, because next year we have already crossed 2022, whatever the type of year each one of us had, it was not a very good year. But next year we will actually feel the brunt of the recession. And I think more important thing to remember as a common man or a small business person or a SME owner is to start investing in the blockchain, because I want to talk about the high-tech stuff. And also, if you have extra fund and you want to invest in stock market, instead of spending in stock market, put it in gold. And I would actually bet on gold, considering that gold is something which is going to give you assured returns, and therefore it's going to be wise to invest in gold from the business perspective if you want to make money. And 2023 is expected will be a year of recession, where we will actually see a lot of downhill effect of the economy across the world. A lot of these large countries like India, US, China will make sure that they will actually make some adjustment correction, but then small countries will have to deal with the recession because they have nowhere to go. Large countries have a lot of cash and they have a lot of funds, they have a lot of reserves, they can actually make sure that they come out of the recession. But the world is too big and there are many small countries, and there are certain countries which are also fighting with each other. So going forward, I think the best investment for 2023 will be gold. So with this positive note, I like to end my live stream today. And so thank you so much, people, for joining me live. And I have got some questions, I answered them, and I will catch you again at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, please take care, keep selling, keep making money, and have a nice day.